Yeah, what's up, guys? Hope you all are well. Welcome to the Javan 360 podcast, a new podcast. And I'm pleased to start this episode with two special guests over here. You can introduce yourselves.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Jiran Omae. I'm a Kenyan-American, Gen Z, over here visiting family and for vacation. And I'm excited to be on the show. Thank you, Javan.
Then I'm Derrick Ogechi. Some of you guys know I play basketball for Nairobi City Thunder.
Yeah. Thank you guys for showing up. So today's topic is gonna be quite interesting because they're both Kenyan American. They have Kenyan roots and American roots too. So we'll be exploring different dynamics to do with this unique beautiful context of theirs. Yeah, so the first question I would want to know from both of you is, what does being Kenyan American mean?
Yeah, good question. For me, I'd say being Kenyan-American would mean having roots in Kenya while also being influenced by American culture, And I would say that it involves balancing those two cultural identities, and that would be embracing Kenyan traditions like culture, food, music, family values, and other ties you have to your roots, your home continent, and all that. So that would also mean, adapting to American systems, lifestyles, and also social norms in the United States.
Also, and to you, what does it mean being Kenyan American?
I think Jerron hit it right on the head. That was perfect, exactly what he said. Just to add on, I would just be like, for a family aspect for myself, being here in Kenya so far, most people don't know their mother tongue, but for me, being in the States where my grandparents are coming to the U.S., they were teaching me mother tongue. So for me, is to still have that Kenyan culture while still being in the States, for example, learning mother tongue.
In Dio, I'd say, my grandparents and parents did the same thing. And to point out, too, I would also say that growing up when, because we were so young and little, we didn't really realize the importance of knowing our, native tongue, our mother's native tongue, coming to learn our language and, develop our skills to speak and communication with our elders, friends and other family members until we get a lot older. It makes us really appreciate them for what they taught us.
That's true.
For sure. So, like, do both of you all know your mother tongues?
Ninajua Kiswahili vizuri sana, lakini naongea Kiswahili kidogo sasa. So I'm starting to know Kiswahili, pretty better. But, I'm starting to speak a little here and there, still learning along the way.
Yeah, and I would want to know how are you Kenyan American? Are both your parents Kenyan? You're born in America. How is that whole context for you?
Yeah, so I was born in America, born in Minnesota, just like Derrick here. Raised by my mother and my maternal grandparents growing up since I was an infant, really, and all that.
In the Kenyan.
Correct.
Okay. Mom, dad.
Yes.
Okay, that's also. I think the same is for you. Both your parents are Kenyan and you're born in the States.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. Yeah. So, mother tongue, for those who may not know, this is in Kenya or in African countries or different countries in the world, apart from their official languages, like in Kenya, it's English and Kiswahili or Swahili, but then there are other ethnic groups, also known as tribes. So there's also that kind of what's colloquially known as the mother tongue. Do you know any of yours apart from Kiswahili?
Yeah. Kwa mfano, I'm just saying, I just gave an example right here and there on a sentence or two saying, ninajua Kiswahili vizuri sana, meaning I know Kiswahili pretty good. Yeah. But lakini mimi jifunza bado, I've still yet.
Bado najifunza, hiyo ni mzuri. Yeah, but what about, there's Kiswahili and then there's the other communities.
Shame.
No, the other communities, for example, Kikuyu, Luya, Kisii, Masai.
Those are other tribes.
Yeah, have you heard of those tribes?
Of course.
Okay, what tribe are you from?
Kisii.
Kisii. Yeah, so do you know Kisii?
Kidogo. I can do like greetings. Like right now, I could have said Wakire Via, like good morning, although it's afternoon right now. Or I could have said Bawaire, which is good evening, and you would respond with, "Oh, Imbiole, how are you doing?" And then my response would be, "Oh, Via Mono, like I'm doing good. I'm very well."
So you see, he's vast in it. And what about you? What community do you come from?
Same Kisii. But I can hear all of it, but I can't respond back as well as I used to because I haven't been practicing.
But you can understand.
Yeah, I can understand way more Kisii than I can in Kiswahili.
That's awesome. But as for me, I am Luya. I'm a Luya, and my dad's Luya and my mom's Kikuyu. Unfortunately, I don't know them. I can't understand them or speak because I was raised up by parents who come from different communities. So in the house, it's just speaking English, and I never really got to learn, and I feel bad about it. I would like to learn. It's good that you guys already know better, but yeah, like for our generation, like our parents, that was the first time Kenyans are marrying from different communities, because back in the day, it didn't used to be common whereby a Kikuyu is marrying a Luo, for example, whichever kind of combination. So yeah, I happen to come from that, and I still want to know eventually.
Exactly, and just to point on that too, there's a lot of tribalism going on in Kenya, especially between not just interracial marriage, but even marrying within our own community and stuff. I'm like, there's no difference. We're all each other. We're all family and all that. It shouldn't really be any.
Are you saying your own community, like
here in Kenya, like marrying other tribes?
Oh,
if I'm,
yeah,
it's like, for
yes,
example, if I'm Kisii, like in my culture, in like my family, we can't marry like who you and all that. Yeah.
Is that the case for you?
Yeah.
Not in my family.
They make it a big deal just under my household. That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, it still happens. It's still common whereby parents would prefer you to get married to somebody from their own community. But slowly by slowly, it's getting people are getting more used to it. Yeah, and we're all Kenyans, and it shouldn't matter race. If you want to marry someone from a different country, different race, at the end of the day, we're all human beings, we're all Kenyans, and yeah, so that's awesome. I'd also want to ask, how was it growing up for each of you? How was it growing up in the US, and when were you aware that you have a different heritage, like you're Kenyan, you're American, but you have Kenyan parents? When did you identify that, and how does it differ from the African Americans who don't necessarily have roots, who don't exactly know their roots? For example, their great grandparents went to the States during the colonial period, so basically all the family they know is just American. So yeah, that would be an interesting point. Yeah.
So to summarize that question up, just in short, how would you say it?
Oh yeah, okay, there are actually two. Let me just start with the first one. When did you realize that you're Kenyan-American, meaning your parents are Kenyan and you're American, which differs from the other kind of African Americans?
I would say when they started like teaching me more about like my culture, growing up, whether we're sharing a meal over, gali, machoma and mboga, talking to my grandparents about their stories, where they came from, growing up here in Kenya, and their difficulties and their struggles they had trying to escape the economy and its system when it was poor and all that, and coming to the U.S. for better opportunities, and the sacrifices not only they had to make for like us being, grandchildren, other like cousins, uncles and aunts, but also for their children too. So like my mom, my uncles, their parents. Yeah.
That's awesome. That was like at around which age, maybe, like you realized that?
Oof, I would have to say that would be around like 10 to 12 years old. Yeah.
Right. And now about you, Derrick?
For me, there was about three circumstances or situations in my life that I could actually go back and draw to. Is first, when I was younger, my parents would do a good job of bringing me back to Kenya, so I've taken multiple trips. I think now coming back is my 8th time. So as a young kid, they always made sure that I'd continuously come visit so I can know the roots. I think that's the first way they did it. And then the second time would probably be coming to play for the national team. That's when I really knew, like, all right, like I actually have Kenyan roots. Like, this is home. Like, this is what it's supposed to be like. Like, not just being American. Like, being in America all the time, you think, oh, yeah, I'm just American. Coming back to play, being on the national team, like having my name on the back of the jersey, like this is like what you're supposed to do. Like,
Exactly.
having like that national pride was everything for me. And then the third time, like you said, like African Americans don't know their roots. So like talking to my college roommate, my best friend Jermaine, he was like, "Man, Derrick, it's so cool that you know where like you came up, like how you grew up, like you know your background and your culture." Like for me, like I have no idea. Like my parents, my grandparents, they don't even know where they're from. But for you to like know exactly where you came from, like be able to go back and visit and all that, like that's really cool. So I think those were the 3 times that like it actually clicked for me.
Awesome.
Exactly.
And,
Yeah.
and how does it, this is for both of you again, how does it differ, how is it different being a Kenyan American than being an African American, the one who doesn't know their roots? Because I usually see there's usually a lot of issues and controversy on social media whereby the African Americans who don't know their roots, they be talking shit about the ones who actually know their roots or who their parents are. That kind of beef. Even the other way around, whereby the type of people like you who know their roots be talking shit also to the other. Oh, y'all don't know where you came from, all that kind of stuff. How is it for you?
Yeah, let me just comment on that right there. That in itself is a form of ignorance, not just for one party, but for both. We shouldn't be talking down on each other based on our own like cultural heritage and our roots, where we were born, where we came up from and all that, because it's a disrespectful thing, because those people, even ourselves at one point, we didn't even have knowledge on where we came from until we were taught.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay. How is the experience for you? Like, have you experienced those situations whereby those groups are divided, the different kind of African Americans there and there? Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
How is it? How has it been?
It's been almost quite a fiasco in itself in some cases too. People tend to, take things way too seriously, way too personally with words sometimes. But one things I've learned, growing up too, when getting into conversations and arguments with certain individuals, is not to take things way too personal on, a certain type of level, because that can affect, your well-being, your mental health and all that, how you think, how you see things and all that. You just need to focus on yourself, you, not other people. Because if other people's emotions and stuff are affecting you, that means they can control you.
Yeah. For sure. And what about you?
Comment is funny though. To comment like that, like to just think about like when I was in elementary, like primary school and then secondary school and high school, is to think like people used to make fun of like just you being like Kenyan or African, like knowing your culture. But nowadays everyone's mostly African Americans though. They're like, where you're
But you all are black. We're all black people. We're Africans. Our skin is black. Like, but
it's a different type. So like it's funny now to think back on it. Like they used to clown, like be like, "Oh, you talking clicks and stuff," like things like that. But now everyone now wants to move back to Africa, like be here trying to escape America. So now
There
it's
you
funny,
go.
like, thinking about that.
There you
looking
go.
back now.
I'm on that same road, brother.
So now it's cool.
And like, have you experienced any beefs or arguments with people and all that about that?
Never no serious stuff, but just like out of fun.
Obviously, you don't support it. I've been seeing it on social media.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's crazy.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, stop the beef, y'all. It's not. No, it's not necessary.
All black, like, yeah, I love everyone, including the whites, but like, especially your own kind. Like, we've struggled, like, our ancestors are from this beautiful continent, Africa. There are some who happen to be taken to the US or other countries, others weren't, and basically we're all the same. Someone like me, my people were not taken, so we ended up here. Well, like, I didn't choose that. You guys also, for example. Okay, not you guys, like, you know what I mean? like the, yeah, there's the other group who found themselves there and all that. At the end of the day, we're all, yeah, black. And all right, for sure, for sure. Love everybody, love everybody. Stop the hate. Yeah. So, how's your experience traveling to Kenya and Africa been?
It's been very rejuvenating, very life changing. It's been a huge, big game changer and an eye opener for me, knowing that I have extended family here, roots, connections, friends, and the opportunity to invest back home in my motherland into things America typically doesn't like serve to its other citizens. As for example, the cost of living is really expensive right now in the USA. I can't even afford a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment. They're almost $2,000 a month. Over here, it's much cheaper than that when you convert the shilling, and vice versa.
And like, how's culture been? Like, what interesting things have you seen in Kenya? The people, the life.
Yeah. It's been a very vibrant, warm, and welcoming, community coming here. Not only from strangers, visitors, and other friends, but just from family, because they feel happy that you're coming back, to not only greet them, but to spend time with them, to watch over them.
So family is just amazing. I saw like you had traveled for, was it like a national park or something?
Yes, I traveled actually from Rongai station to Mount Suswa with two of my friends. Yeah. Mount Suswa is kind of like in between like three districts or borders, like Nagang, sorry, Nakuru, Kajiado, and then Nagang.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did you like hike up there?
Oh yeah, by Boda. Quite a trek.
Till the top?
Not all the way till the top, but like a couple kilometers.
Using a boda.
Right.
Boda is a motorbike for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice, that's nice. And Derrick, how's your experience been traveling to Kenya?
It's been good. The first few times I actually came to Kenya, it was mostly family trips, like going back to Shags or the village, what most people call it, is, rejuvenating. You get to see where my parents grew up and also like where we have a home here in Kenya. So it's been good. And then obviously the last few times I've gotten older, now I'm playing basketball. So now I'm experiencing the city life way more, being around people my same age mates, not as much as family. So it's just getting both sides of the spectrum, being back every time.
Awesome. It's nice. It's always nice to have you all for, like, just to get different ideas or experiences from fellow Kenyans who are also American or other, from other countries and all that. Yeah, it's so nice. Do you all have a hard time sometimes or do some people have a hard time understanding y'all because of your accent?
Exactly. Especially coming here because, we were born in the States, not here like in Kenya, but under our parents. When we come back, to our homeland, our people start to notice that, we carry that accent, that American accent, and they can tell we're foreigners. Like we didn't grow up here, we weren't raised here, and because of that, they think we're not Kenyan or we don't know like our language and stuff. We don't know other people, how social norms are over here. We don't know how to like bargain, for example, when we're in markets, checking out things and buying and all that. So I wouldn't say it's more of like a prejudice thing. It's just more of people, being like curious as to why we don't carry that accent. Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes you have to like re-explain yourself or something for guys to hear. And is there both privilege and also discrimination because of this, the way you talk?
Not necessarily, but it's more of I'd just say like curiosity from our people, wondering why.
Yeah.
And we tell them, hey, we were born in America. That's why we, don't carry that accent, or we lost, the ability to actually like speak our language and stuff. For me, when people come to ask me those types of questions, I kind of tend to respond to them in Swahili, and they get surprised. Yeah.
Obviously, I talk a lot, especially in media. So for those people that be like, I can't understand you in the accent, it's usually that I'm talking fast. But like for me, I've had experience going to different countries now, like having to slow down my speech and make sure each word is articulated so then everyone can understand. But then, like you said, like going somewhere else and like having discrimination, that happens obviously because people think you're American, so they try to, one up you. But for me, when I go to places that can happen, I'm never the one talking. I'm always with family members or my friends so they can talk in Swahili. For sure.
And also, there's this narrative when people are hard speaking with such an accent, they assume like you're bawling or something, so rich.
Like you're trying to force it, almost. Yeah.
And some may think like you're rich and all that. So even like when you go shopping, bargaining is gonna be hard.
No, that's definitely true.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So, another question for both of you all. What ambitions do you have or plans do you have here in Kenya? Okay, first of all, I know you're a journalism student. What do you do in your career, in school, and what are your plans here in Kenya
So right
after
now,
your school or career-wise? Yeah.
yeah, right now my current occupation is a student, studying journalism and communications. Well, mass communications specifically is what I plan to pursue my master's in after I finish my undergrad. I, in my free time, tend to write a lot of stories, like I freelance write. So I'm into like storytelling, creative writing, specifically cultural storytelling. Even knowing about like other societal like backgrounds and other norms going on in countries internationally from other foreigners, things like that.
All right. That's awesome. That's awesome. And what about you?
As you know, I'm a professional basketball player, so just seeing how long I can stay in Kenya for.
That's what's up.
Nice. Top player, top player. Yeah, Nairobi City Thunder. Yeah, and finally, I'd like you all to give the viewers any message at those interested in coming back to Kenya who are from the US or any other country, or just general advice about for us to young people and all that. Yeah, or just general advice to anyone, to the world. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say if you do have any dreams, aspirations, and ambitions about coming to connect back to your homeland, and you have an idea, you have a vision, pursue it. Don't let anybody get in your way or stop you, because you know yourself better than anybody else, and you know what's up here that you can do. So I'd say you can do anything you put your mind to. Just work hard, study hard, do your research, do your homework on the country before coming here. know what the environment is like socially, politically, economically, and financially, you know. And it's really a beautiful place, a great place to come to aside from visiting. There's also investing in other opportunities like that.
Right. Awesome. Thank you. And you?
For me, if you guys ever want to visit Kenya, I'm just saying you should at least once in your lifetime. And if you need any suggestions, just hit me up, hit these guys up. We'll tell you all the spots to go to, foods to eat, everything that you need. Just make sure you show up to Kenya once in your life.
And you can hit both of us on our Instagrams at Derrick Ogechi and I.Jiran_04, aka Jiran Omae.
Yeah, for sure. The accounts are here and there'll be the link in description. Javan or Ekhali as usual. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all for coming.
Hey, it's been an honor, man, for real. Thank you for letting me on your show, Tenna.
Yeah, this is the first show. Thank you guys so much. I'm sure you also, Derrick, I read your podcast, our best performing one. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. This was Javan 360 podcast. Thank you all. This is just the beginning. We'll be doing more interviews and all that and all.